everyone, I'm Bree.
I'm Mike.
And this is Fractured Compass. Now, what a season.
What a season.
What a season. You did a lot of things. I did one thing. No. I did
Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights. I did go to Knott's Scary Farm. But then I was working Knott's Scary Farm, so if you guys came in, I don't know if you guys knew who I was. I really didn't advertise who I was, but if you knew, you knew, right?
And I think she did a great job.
Thank you.
You were really good.
Thank you.
You were great, even.
How were the events? How were the other events that you went to? What did you end up seeing?
So, I think the general consensus for all the events this year was that we were kind of like just getting the machine warmed up again, right?
Right.
And that's kind of like the thing that I noticed throughout all the haunts, except for one haunt. One haunt really stood out to me. Actually, two. I lie. Two.
Okay.
My number one was Knott's Scary Farm.
Okay.
Knott's Scary Farm had a new maze. It was excellent. And, but what really, elevated Knott's Scary Farm was the shows and just how much there was to do.
Yeah.
We did the first night, we did all the mazes, we did all the scare zones, and then we ran out of time. And I was like, well, we got to come back. Good thing that I was able to get a pass because there was just so much stuff to do. So then day two that we went, we did all the shows, which honestly, doing all the shows was a better night for us and more fun than doing all the mazes.
I think there's when you come in on that second night, there's kind of just, you're a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
You're just kind of enjoying the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You don't really feel like you're having to hit everything because you've already seen all the mazes. So you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm here for an entertainment night.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, obviously everything is entertainment, but these shows that they put on this year, I think were really good. And I think overall for the ticket price that Knott's has, and I do think should raise the ticket prices for what they do. You get a theme park. I know, unpopular opinion, but you get a theme park. You get like 7 mazes. Was it 7 mazes? Yeah. 8? 7 or 8.
8.
And then you had all the shows. You had Invitation to Terror. You had Puppet Up. And you had Conjuring. You had Wicked Drums this year.
Not the best.
But you had these shows that were, for all intents and purposes,
definitely
very good.
Absolutely. And there's just something about Knott's Scary Farm, and everyone here knows it, that it feels very homey. It feels like the place, like the heart of haunt.
It does. I think it was the original theme park haunt.
Yeah.
And I don't think it can ever be touched in that way.
Yeah.
Of the fact that I kind of say like, what is that saying? Like, I don't know, always imitated but never duplicated.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I really looked at it this year, and I know everybody was kind of just coming back from this pandemic, and you could still really feel it.
You could.
But it was great to be out.
Agree with everything she says. Yes. I think you summed that up perfectly. My number 2 best of the season was the home haunts that I did. And more specifically, the Pirates Cave home haunt and the Corona haunt. I'm going to tell you right now that the Pirates Cave haunt was the best walkthrough of the season.
Okay.
It beat Halloween Horror Nights. It beat Knott's Scary Farm. And it's sad because I don't think a lot of people are going to give it the attention it needs or deserves because it's just a home haunt. But you guys, you have to check out Pirates Cave haunt and Corona haunt. Those two were just incredible. You went on an elevator. You they had like an elevator, kind of like a simulation, sort of like Gringotts at Orlando. There was just such clever use of set pieces. It was incredible. My mind was blown that this was a home haunt, and I think that's generally what we're finding this year is that the home haunt game was just
stepped up.
It was stepped up. Like everyone just turned the dial to 11. And so yeah, I think that home haunts and Knott's Scary Farm were hands down the top 2 things that I did this year. And let's talk about maybe something that I felt like could have been an improvement. And there were a few, unfortunately. The number one, well, not an improvement. Me personally, I didn't have a greatest time.
Right. So your personal opinion on...
Yeah. You guys know I love Halloween Horror Nights. It's my thing. But this year was kind of disappointed in Halloween Horror Nights. And I think I understand that they're getting back into, the swing of things, especially with the pandemic last year. But it just felt lacking in a lot of areas. There was just... if you're going to charge, let's say, $300 for a front-of-the-line pass, right?
Yeah.
I want there to be just a lot.
Yes. No.
I
agree with you.
And it felt like I was getting charged, and there just wasn't a whole lot of substance to that event. Not saying that the scare actors weren't great, and not saying that the mazes weren't great. Bride of Frankenstein?
Bride of Frankenstein.
Excellent.
So good. Actors inside there, so good.
Yeah.
And even the scare zone out of it, Scream Queens.
Excellent.
Very good.
Haunting of Hill House, I really enjoyed.
Amazing.
Everything
else.
There was just a lot that, the Exorcist maze to me just kind of felt not really like a maze. It just felt like...
did it feel like they pulled it out of the warehouse, didn't dust it off, and just put it in place? I don't know. Just saying.
But, also, to be fair, Not Scary Farm does that too. Not Scary Farm will have recurring mazes, however, with
Correct.
Charging $300.
Correct.
That's the problem I'm finding in it. So
are you getting your value?
Right.
Not Scary Farm, $52 online. Yes, do they pull out their mazes? Absolutely. We have returning mazes, but we also have new mazes that come out. Universal is a Fortune 500 company.
Right.
And I think where they lack, and again, they don't lack so much in the quality of their mazes, except for Exorcist. I'm sorry, you guys. They pulled it out of the warehouse. They put it out.
She did not like The Exorcist at all.
I was so mad that it was there because I think they could have just pulled out something. If they were going to pull out something, they should have pulled out something else other than like
black
Exorcist.
rooms. There's just black rooms.
Something it was so dark in that maze. I pushed my father's wheelchair into a wall and could not see why he wasn't going forward. We were there for a hot 20 seconds, and that's a long time to be standing in front of somebody, because I think there was a scare actor right there.
He was like,
yeah, I don't know, but they could have pulled out Trick or Treat. They could have pulled out Krampus. They could have pulled out Creep Show again, for all I care. Something.
Well, and I think this was actually the first time where the black walls were just super detrimental to anything, everything. You literally could not find your way, because granted, Exorcist was the first maze that we did, so our eyes were not adjusted yet to being inside. And also, this is the maze, you guys know if you guys went on it, but for those who don't know, it's inside a soundstage, so it's very, very dark. Usually when you go in a maze during the daytime and it's in one of the tents, you can see with the black walls.
Yeah.
This you could not at all, so we were literally trying to find our way. And then my run through, I had a guy that was in front of me and he couldn't see at all, so he went behind me, grabbed onto me, and then I had my little night vision on my camera, so I could see, and that's how I had navigated. But he literally hung on because he was like, dude, I can't see, can I go behind you? I was like, sure.
Yeah, and he was holding you the entire time, but oh man, it was in the same soundstage as Stranger Things, the last couple years, and it was just, that was the one thing that I wish, they had just been we don't have a maze in there.
Oh, you put a maze in there, but just not The
they
Exorcist.
just don't have a maze in there. Sorry, guys, we're coming off the pandemic. There's no maze in there. Then I would have been it was a great event. No, but...
That makes sense.
Let's
take away things.
Disappointed. And I think what they should add, too, is a little more entertainment. They just have the Jabberwockies going on. I think they should have a little bit more entertainment.
I think too, the bar was set pretty high with the 2019 event, because there were so many mazes, there was so much scare zones, and obviously COVID happened, and so I'm hoping next year, 2022. Oh, I don't know. We have a new variant going on here, the Omicron.
The Omicron. I don't know. I don't know. I'm triple vaccinated now, so I'm bring it on. I literally got my third shot 2 weeks ago.
Oh, good for you.
Hurt really bad.
So I just felt overall, Universal Studios, kind of a disappointment. Another thing that felt like a disappointment, The more that I'm thinking about it, I didn't actually think it was disappointment as soon as I left the event, because I did a video on it and I was like, oh, that was good. But the more I thought about it, the less I was like looking fondly on it, and that was the LA Haunted Hayride.
I did not get to go to that.
So the LA Haunted Hayride was in a new location, and for the event itself, this new location was brilliant. I loved it. It was more open. There was just a lot more area for like traffic. There was no like bottleneck, walkways. And then there was a whole other section for the haunted houses, and there was more room for the haunted houses, so I enjoyed that. But the thing that suffered because of this new location was the Haunted Hayride itself. Because, in my opinion, you were just kind of going around a circle in a park, and it didn't feel like you were in the woods. At the other location, you're actually going up, like kind of like a hill.
In trails,
You felt in the woods. There was trees everywhere, and this, it kind of just felt like, I could just take my car through here and it'd be no problem. It didn't feel like atmospheric.
Okay.
The sets were good, right? The actors were good. There was great, it was a great vibe. However, the hayride itself, which is the main attraction, which is the thing that should be like, I just felt like it didn't feel as atmospheric, and that really took away a lot from me. But overall, I mean, it wasn't terrible, and neither was Universal Studios. It was just two things that I was like, weren't my favorite, because I always look forward to those two events.
Right.
I'm still gonna go next year. I'm still excited for next year, you know, but just something to think about.
And I think next year we're all gonna be like, okay, we're out of this slum. We're moving. We made some money during our events. What do you got for us?
Yeah.
2020.
What's up?
Yeah, 2022. Like, what do you got? I know there were things at Knott's that couldn't come to pass because there was things lost. So 2022, I think, is the year that we're like, all right, we made some money. We had the events in 2021, so let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, all cylinders firing.
Let's just shoot off. Let's spend the money.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
And again, like, we're just happy that the events happened. I'm happy that the events happened. We got to go out and everything. And there's no love lost on any of these guys putting
Absolutely
on events.
Not.
It's just deep down, when you, as a reviewer, as we do these things, you just know that everybody wasn't firing on all cylinders. Now, were the actors firing on all cylinders? Sure, because we were like, woo, we get to do stuff.
Yeah.
But there were some things that had to be pulled back or had to be held back.
Yeah.
In order to recoup, and now we can move forward. So hopefully, next year everything is just going to be bigger and better and more evolved.
Yeah.
And that's it. But
I also did Oogie Boogie Bash, which was a great time. That was a fun one. Mm-hmm. And then we actually did something at the very start of the haunt season, and that was the Horror World. And in all honesty, looking back at that, I was watching the video again. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. It was, I think, honestly, when I'm thinking of this haunt season, I keep going back to that, and I don't know why. It's like fresh in my mind, so I really must have enjoyed it.
I think it was the first thing we did, and we were just kind of like, ooh, like an actual walkthrough.
It got us excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was a highlight for me, too.
The only thing for us, it was just way out there, and we were doing it at, like, late at night, and so we were like, kind of were tired when we were going through it. But yeah, I mean, it was not that bad, and the sets were really good.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
So with that being said, let's talk about the future.
Let us talk about the future. So things that are coming up. Obviously, you have been going to some holiday events already. You did Elf on the Shelf.
I did.
Check that video out on Mike's channel.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. It's so funny because like we go from all this scary stuff and then just like super cute
holidays.
Yeah, like holiday, like super cute. And we know. Even as monsters at Not Scary Farm, we look up sometimes in Ghost Town and we're like, those are Christmas lights.
Yeah,
because like they're there. But yeah, that it was super cute, but it was definitely for, I would say, ages 5.
Oh yeah, I got secondhand embarrassment to the max. I felt embarrassed for the actors having to deliver some of those lines. And I mean, if you guys know me, if you guys have seen me in some of these walkthroughs, I do this a lot. I like turn. I can't like, I'm horrible. I can't actually look at the embarrassing thing that's happening.
It's okay. It's okay.
Even like when I'm watching a show like The Office or something, and something just horrible happens, I go like this because I can't. It's just too much. So Elf on the Shelf is definitely meant for kids. It was cute, however, there was a lot of cringy stuff about it.
It's okay, but it is geared towards the family. But I think the biggest thing that is going to be happening this month, because we are getting through the holidays, Thanksgiving is over.
Yep.
We're moving on to Christmas, and that is going to be Season Screamings.
Yes, and that's a big one.
That is the big event that is happening that a lot of people are going to be at. I know you guys, you can still buy tickets online, but that's going to be happening December 17th, 18th, and 19th. So it is the week before Christmas, and if you are looking for something that is just super unique, but you still want to get that horror holiday feel, this is the place to be.
Yes.
Pick one of the days.
Yes.
17th is going to be at night, and then 18th and 19th will be like normal show hours, like 11 to 6. So check out online. There's going to be the Hall of Yuletide Screamings? Yeah? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I have everything online. We are going to be vending there as Feral Cat Candles, so come by and check us out. But you guys, this is going to be so cool. So yeah, 11 a.m. to 7 is going to be on Saturday. 11 a.m. to 6 is going to be on the Sunday, and then it'll be 6 at night to 10 p.m. at night on December 17th, on that Friday. And if you guys are on the naughty list, you guys will be getting in an hour early than anyone else. But they're going to be having Zach Galligan, who was the lead in the first Gremlins. Actually,
he's in both.
Both of the Gremlins movies. But Patrick's going to be there. A bunch of people. And
there's going to be haunted walkthroughs.
Yes, there will be haunted walkthroughs. You're going to have the Christmas Carol by Cal Hantz. That's going to be, you usually make the entryway point that you can actually walk through. And there's going to be The Cabin from Insane Han Productions, Holiday Fear by the Drake Society.
Wow, a lot.
Yeah, it's just going to be all these things. Fear Farm's Gingerbread House of Horrors. So, okay, first of all, Gingerbread House of Horrors. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. It makes me think of Krampus.
Yes. Yes, actually the Krampus guys are going to be there. They're going to be dressed in their Krampus suits, and they're going to be doing run-throughs of the hall. So it's going to be an amazing good time. And again, get your tickets online.
Do it.
We will be there. Mike's going to be there running around a camera. Jackie's going to be there running around with a camera. I'm going to be sitting at a booth.
doing your thing.
Doing my thing.
But that is for sure, I think, going to be one of the, it's going to be a huge event, for sure. Sorry, let me redo that, because that was horrible. So that is going to be a huge event for sure. There's also one other event that I don't know if we're going to do yet, but just to let you guys know, Reign of Terror is doing their holiday-themed haunted walkthrough.
They are. Get your tickets. I cannot be there. It is the 17th and 18th. It is right when Season Screamings is happening. And I was upset because we did it 2 years ago, and I actually really, really enjoyed doing this haunted holiday thing. But I just can't swing it.
Yeah, I don't think I can go after. Yeah. Because after
a convention, you feel like you've been punched in the face and just exhausted. I don't know how you guys feel. Let us know in the comments down below if you guys feel the same way after you go to convention. There's so much going on that it's just overstimulation of just and I don't want to go 45 minutes across town and then we'll do a half-hour walkthrough. I don't know, maybe.
But no,
I'm not gonna do it.
So thank you guys so much for just sticking with us, and hope you. I need you to speak. I can't speak today.
Wait, one more thing. You guys, I know we've been off the air just for a little bit, but we are doing a lot of things in the background, and we may even be doing, because you had mentioned, and I really want to do this, we may be making a short film again.
I really want to make a short film. I think we've learned a lot from the last one we did.
Yes, we did.
And learned a lot. A lot. And I think we're ready to tackle another short film. I don't know if it's going to be another 30-minute one. I think it's going to be shorter.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be simpler.
I mean, for me, like a short horror is like, 10 minutes or less.
Oh yeah, it could be 5 minutes or less. It might be a minute. We really want to create something spooky.
We do.
So we're gonna try to do that this year for sure, or next year, should I say?
Yeah.
This year is too busy at this time. But yeah, so look out for that. That's gonna be exciting.
Yes. We're also going to be bringing in some haunt actors, like we did the Take 5 interviews last year.
You did those.
Well, you were there for some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there, like the ones you could make, you were there.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that you are there as much as possible. And I know you work, and I know you got a bunch of stuff going on, but we're going to be bringing them in. We're going to be doing some short interviews, and it's going to be some popular haunt monsters that you saw at Knott's and maybe at other areas.
Pick their brains.
Yeah, pick their brains. If you guys want to know Easter eggs on their costumes, things like that, that's what the things that we're going to be revealing. Just in detail in these characters that are actually running around out there.
And those stories are so fun to hear about what goes on behind the scenes as a scare actor at a very popular haunt attraction.
Absolutely.
So if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to hear anything, let us know in the comments down below. We would we'll take any suggestions and we'll ask them.
Yep.
Kind of try to keep them broad, so that way not like specific to one character, just
Right.
overall. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video.
Give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do.
Yeah, please. It really helps us out.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys so much. So always be ready.
Because you never know, your compass will take you.
Ooh. Oh, look at this button, by the way. It's of Jackie. I don't know. Focus.
Is it?
There it is.
You